Vince McMahon is known as the most powerful man in wrestling history, but even he wasn't untouchable. Over the years, only a few brave and crazy superstars dared to raise their hands against him. Here are the 5 wrestlers who truly beat up the boss. Number 1. Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens is one of the most aggressive and emotional superstars WWE has ever seen. His rivalry with Vince McMahon became one of the most shocking moments in WWE history. The story began when Vince McMahon started insulting Kevin Owens' family during a heated storyline. Vince mocked Kevin's parenting, his children, and his personal life, which pushed Owens beyond his limits. Kevin Owens is known for his loyalty to family. For him, wrestling is important, but family always comes first. When Vince crossed that line, Owens didn't see him as a boss, he saw him as an enemy. In the middle of the ring, when Vince kept insulting his family, Kevin finally exploded. He grabbed Vince McMahon and delivered a brutal punch that shocked the entire WWE universe. That moment felt real. Fans believed that Kevin Owens was not acting, his anger looked genuine. He threw Vince around, dropped him on the mat, and stood over him with pure rage in his eyes. Security rushed in, but by then, Vince had already been embarrassed and beaten in front of millions of fans. This moment made Kevin Owens a hero to many fans. People respected him for standing up for his family. It also showed that even the boss could be touched if someone crossed the wrong line. Vince later admitted that this storyline worked because Kevin's emotions felt real. Kevin Owens' attack wasn't just physical, it was emotional. It showed that words can hurt more than fists, and when someone attacks your family, there is no limit to how far you can go. That night, Kevin Owens proved that he wasn't afraid of power, money, or position. He only cared about respect. This moment is still remembered as one of the most intense Vince McMahon beatdowns in modern WWE. Kevin Owens didn't just punch Vince, he broke the image of Vince being untouchable. Number 2. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Stone Cold Steve Austin is the man who made Vince McMahon's life hell for years. Their rivalry is the greatest boss versus employee feud in wrestling history. Stone Cold didn't just beat Vince once, he beat him hundreds of times in different ways. Austin never respected authority. Vince represented everything Austin hated: control, power, and rules. Whenever Vince tried to control him, Austin fought back with fists, steel chairs, beer trucks, and stunners. One of the most famous moments was when Austin stunned Vince in the middle of the ring. Vince flew in the air like a rag doll. Fans went crazy. From that day, it became normal to see Vince get humiliated by Austin. Austin attacked Vince in hospitals, offices, backstage areas, and even parking lots. He sprayed beer on him, hit him with bedpans, and dropped him with stunners again and again. Vince became so scared of Austin that he would run whenever he heard the glass shatter. This fear became part of the storyline. Vince would hide, scream, or beg for mercy whenever Austin appeared. Fans loved it because it showed the powerful boss turning into a scared man. Stone Cold made Vince McMahon the greatest villain in wrestling history, but at the same time, he also made him the most beaten-up boss ever. No one has ever hit Vince more times than Stone Cold Steve Austin. Their rivalry changed wrestling forever. It made WWE popular around the world. But for Vince, it also meant endless pain, embarrassment, and humiliation at the hands of one man, Stone Cold. Number 3. Roddy Piper. Roddy Piper was one of the most dangerous and unpredictable men in wrestling. When he had a match with Vince McMahon, nobody expected Vince to survive. This match wasn't just for entertainment, it felt personal. Piper hated Vince's control over wrestling. He believed Vince destroyed the old wrestling culture. That anger showed in their fight. During the match, Piper didn't hold back. He punched Vince hard, kicked him, and threw him around the ring. Vince tried to fight back, but Piper was too wild, too fast, and too aggressive. Piper's punches looked real. His anger felt real. He choked Vince, slammed him, and left him broken on the mat. Fans were shocked because they had never seen Vince take such brutal punishment. This match proved that Vince wasn't just a boss, he was also willing to suffer for entertainment. But Roddy Piper didn't care about Vince being the boss. To him, Vince was just another man in the ring. Piper's attack showed that some wrestlers didn't fear power or position. They only believed in respect inside the ring. And if someone didn't earn that respect, they would pay for it, no matter who they were. Roddy Piper didn't just beat Vince, he humbled him. Number 4, Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar is a beast. He fears no one, not fans, not wrestlers, and not even Vince McMahon. In 2013, Brock showed the world that Vince was not safe from him either. When Brock was angry with WWE management, Vince tried to control him like everyone else. That was a mistake. Brock grabbed Vince, slammed him into the ring post, and attacked him violently. Vince was already old at that time, but Brock didn't care. He threw him, punched him, and left him bleeding. It was one of the most real-looking beatdowns Vince ever took. People backstage were scared because Brock is not just acting, he is a real fighter. When Brock gets angry, even wrestlers step back. That day, Vince learned that money and power mean nothing in front of raw strength. Brock proved that he answers to no one. This moment showed that Vince couldn't control everyone. Some men are simply too dangerous to command. Number 5, Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is the face of modern WWE, but even he once raised his hand against Vince McMahon. Roman's storyline with Vince showed tension between old power and new power. Roman wanted respect, Vince wanted control. When things went too far, Roman attacked Vince. He pushed him, knocked him down, and stood tall over him. It wasn't as brutal as Brock or Stone Cold, but it was symbolic. It showed that the new generation was no longer afraid of the old boss. Roman represented change. Vince represented tradition. This moment showed that time changes everything. Even the strongest boss becomes weak one day. Roman didn't just attack Vince, he sent a message. The future belongs to new kings.